PlayStation.
Ray, I feel like I miss out sometimes on, like, I don't know, regular stuff by not going to college.
I hear that. But plenty of people wish they did what you did. I mean, a teenager on his own in Europe, that sounds pretty exciting to me, man.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. Hey, you played in college, right? I mean, I feel like I should know these things, but you're pretty quiet when it comes to your personal life, man.
Well, I like to keep my focus on the players.
You know what? Nah, you don't have to talk about it.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I just don't talk about it unless people are genuinely curious.
Color me curious.
Well, I was pretty good in high school. We won a Nevada State championship, and I got some interest from some Big West schools. Wound up playing 2 years at UC Davis.
2 years at UC?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you play longer?
Well, I got married young, and my wife was pregnant with my oldest, so I wound up doubling on classes and graduating early.
I mean, respect. You had to take care of your business.
Yeah, real life stuff, man. But it's okay. You know, I knew I wasn't good enough to go pro.
But still, I mean, it had to be hard leaving behind what you love.
Yeah, it was. I love basketball.
Well, I mean, how'd you get into coaching?
Even after I quit, I'd go watch practice. Eventually, the coach asked if I wanted to be a grad assistant, and it wasn't much, but it paid, and the rest is history.
You know, that's what's up. And I'm proud that you got back to doing what you love, Coach.
There's always another path in, Pete. You just have to hang around long enough to stay in the game.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And right now, a brief look at the power rankings here at the end of November. It's interesting to see how the teams compare. Taking a look at Toronto, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for Washington, they've come out of the gates just a little cold. Certainly not the hot start fans had hoped for. And their position in the rankings so far reflects that.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Riziche at the small forward. Okongwu is out there with Newell. And it's Young in at the point. And for the Wizards, Sarr out there with Keyshawn George. And there's Doc. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's McCollum in at the guard position. You look at the Wizards. They've lost both of their NBA Cup games so far. A rough start.
Yeah, and I don't even think a win tonight does much for them. I don't see them with any chance to advance in the knockout round.
And now, talking about how things are going for the Hawks. It's their 3rd game in the NBA Cup, and they really need a win tonight to stay alive.
Yeah, they're 1-1 thus far, so another loss probably knocks them out. It's going to be a tall task for them tonight, though, on the road.
And for MP specifically, these Cup games have extra meaning. He's made it very clear he really wants to take this home.
And I think of this Game 3 of the group stage as moving day. We separate the contenders from the pretenders. The MP will have to step up, take on a big role tonight.
Sarr with it, covered by Okongwu. Here is Doc. This game he had 28 points. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Here's Young. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Okongwu. Covered by Sarr. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's sent back by George. McCollum gets to Middleton. Here is Doc. Left side, George. McCollum passes to Doc. And now, Riziche running the floor all by himself.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, because they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's Doc. And another miss by Washington.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Well, the Wizards head coach did have a few moments to share with me. The developing game of Trae Young is something that coach discussed with his players. Coach said he's been one of the league's assist leaders. Don't get so consumed trying to stop him that you give him the easy passes inside. They know the danger that Young possesses. We'll see if they can contain him here. Evan, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Not many 7-footers move in space like Sarr, although one does come to mind.
Here's Riziche. And it's off from three-point range. First outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Hornets. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now, here is Young. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Here is Doc, defended by Alexander Walker.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Stolen by George. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Stage of the NBA Cup, and here are the standings.
At this point, if you're towards the bottom of a group, it's going to be hard to climb up. It's really tough making the knockout stages. Only 4 of the 15 teams in each conference advance.
Here's Newell. No scoring in this one. Young, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
McCollum outside. Picked off in midair. Rizachet with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Back to Rizachet. 6 to shoot. That one off the back iron and out.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Good. George has got his second basket.
So graceful with the teardrop.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Kisper's checked in for Washington. Koulibaly comes in for Doc. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Porzingis is checked in. To Alexander Walker. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his third assist on the night. Here's Rizachet, defended by Middleton. Here's Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And given
game against Chicago. For the Wizards, George is checked in for Sarr. Doc comes in for Koulibaly. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for McCollum. And then for Atlanta, Newell. He's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Luke Kennard in for Zachary Rizachet. On the court for Atlanta, Newell out there with Porzingis. And it's Young. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Alexander Walker into the small forward. Here is Doc. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Alexander Walker with the ball. And now by Kispert. Newell, good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Kennard finds Alexander Walker. Such a wide open look. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And Quinn Snyder entering his third full season as head coach of the Hawks.
Well, before this, Quinn had a good 8-year run as coach of the Utah Jazz, which ended when he resigned. Most coaches have a tendency toward being fired instead. But he quickly moved on in Atlanta. Well, if you're free in the pick and roll, Young will find you.
Middleton against Kennard. And Middleton kicks to Kispert. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. In this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season. Yep, that one goes. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Driving the lane. To Alexander Walker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Carrington up top, defended by Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back the pass to Middleton. Shoots. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there. So it's the Hawks now. Now, here is Young. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Pass to Kennard. Porzingis with a screen on Middleton. Kennard's shot is off. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Washington. And George kicks to Kispert. Here's Carrington. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's got 8. Now Kennard to the right side. Right side, Porzingis over Kispert. Porzingis can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Dot, the 17-footer. Kennard with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. 3-pointer, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Comes in for Kispert, and McCollum subbed in for Carlton Carrington. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Porzingis, and Zachary Rizachet is subbed in for Kennard. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course, they also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'm telling you who else benefits. A lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Trae Young, 1 shot.
That one misses for Young. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And the Hawks with possession here, leading by 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. Washington's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Tom. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Newell. High post Young. He's got 8. Here's Alexander Walker. Trains the three-pointer. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks. Pass to Dot. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Young taking his time here. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Atlanta Hawks. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Atlanta Hawks.
The 3 ball is falling. They've got good momentum. They're setting hard screens, and the shooters are capitalizing.
Everything working together. All right, now we've got some time to take a look at the players of the week. For the West, LeBron James.
When it's all said and done, they might as well have named this award after LeBron. He's won it so many times. And the best part is, we get to continue to watch him make history. Long live the king.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Wizards trail by 8. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Doc in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Okongwu. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Here's Newell. Here's Alexander Walker. 4 on the clock. Okongwu finds Alexander Walker. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, "I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people are going to say. I know what I do." Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Now Young, after the missed 3 from Doc. Okongwu with the screen for Young. He's a J in the corner. pass to Newell. Now, here is Young. Here's Alexander Walker. No good on the triple.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Wizards passing it around. Here is Doc. He's got 6. And again, Washington, no good.
Well, this is not what they envisioned coming out of the break. Missing their first 3 shots. He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
Young against McCollum. Middleton looking it over. Here's Doc. And another miss by Washington.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Young for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. George finds McCollum. Pass to Middleton. Now Sarr. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Middleton. No problem knocking that one down. Young's got 11 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Washington calls timeout. And how about we check the numbers for Trae Young?
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Pass to Doc. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Rizache. Here is Doc. There's the 3. Wizards need to get a shot off here. To the paint. Here's Newell. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Doc. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. 8 points for Doc.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Rizache in the corner. Here's Newell. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Doc. Now Sarr. And stolen by Okongwu. And here's the break. Here's Newell. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Young outside, fires the 3, hits the 3-point bomb. Young's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Hawks. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Middleton can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And this kid, Rizache, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Checked in for Sarr. And it's Koulibaly in for Chris Middleton. Porzingis is checked in for Atlanta. Luke Kennard comes in for Trae Young. Wizards trail by 21. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Wizards passing it around. McCollum against Kennard. Here is Doc. He's got 8. And George gets it to go.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Doc. The 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And here's Kennard. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Here's Newell. Here's Alexander Walker. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Doc. That ball, nice speed that time from George. And that's now 10 points for Doc.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Porzingis passes to Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Reza Shea finds Kennard. Pass to Newell. And here's Porzingis, defended by George. Baseline jumper, sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 15 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things.
To train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Gill. George comes in for Corey Kispert. Doc, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Carlton Carrington. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Krejci, drills the three-pointer.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Washington has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Here is Doc. Down low. Kennard on the wing. Porzingis.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
McCollum up top. Left block shot on the way. Basket counts.
Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
So it's Atlanta now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Kennard, the pass to Krejci. Pass to Houston. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And the Hawks making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. Atlanta's shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Pass to Doc. George with the screen on Kennard. Doc the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
They set the pick. Kennard for three. Washington with the rebound. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Takes a step back.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Left side, George. At the elbow, it's Sarr. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Doc from 15 feet away. And that one comes up a bit short. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Buffkin. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Washington's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series. Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it. Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Gay. Out left to the wing. A 3-ball. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
It's George on the wing. Here's Doc. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Second personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Hawks. Here's Steph. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
The first one falls.
Shooting for Atlanta. George Shitch. At the line for 2.
That one is no good. Inside. Pass to Jorcic. So Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And this is a big win for them in the NBA Cup as they move to 2-1 in the group stage.
And if they can win their final group stage game, it's likely that they're going to advance to the next stage.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
MP, how did you approach this game, knowing your team is already set up to advance in the NBA Cup?
You know, we know our fans get excited about these cup games, so we really tried to bring our A game for them. Yeah, we clinched already, but this is still a big deal for us. So we wanted to put on a show, as always.
Sure did, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Alan LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. So long, everyone.